I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the different day, put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
What's good, y'all? We back with another video, man. Today we are here with the top 10 power forwards in the leagues list. We got 2 more episodes of these, 2 more. Then after that, I'm gonna try to find like a little series. Like I've been seeing a lot of people doing series of like certain things. Like I just see my man Reese. He just did a video about Luka and Trae Young and how they're in their careers that they're always gonna be intertwined. It's a really good video. Go check him out on YouTube. Then my man, I follow him on Twitter. His name Tokich on Twitter. And he just did a video about the whole Ben Simmons thing with the 76ers and stuff. Another really good video. Go follow him on Twitter. Follow him on YouTube. Yeah, I want to try to find a series because I've been watching those videos. Those are really good videos. I want to try to see if I can find a way to have a series about it. But before we get into this top 10 at the power forward list, I want to talk about the G League. G League was fun yesterday. Really fun. I keyed into a lot of players. One person that stood out to me, James Bouknight. I watched him in college. I watched like probably 2 games in college, and then the rest was just highlights. I already knew he was a scorer, but yesterday he showed off his playmaking ability a lot. He was really active on defense. Obviously his scoring was there. He had 19 points yesterday. It's kind of hard for him to score, and it's cool because he was the main ball handler. When you're playing with other playmakers and Gordon Hayward and LaMelo Ball, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. Other person I keyed into, Kai Jones. Another person that was kind of hard to find his shot. He had that one amazing dunk, but when you put him next to playmakers like I just said, in Gordon Hayward and LaMelo, he's gonna be better. Other players, Bobo, of course he stood out. Of course. I think it's his 3rd year. Of course, he stood out against them. Jalen Green, he had a really good game yesterday. I'm not even gonna lie, had a really good game yesterday. I wish the Cavs would put Isaac Okoro on him most of the game. They put him on in some of the game. Other parts of the game, they had like Lamar Stevens on him, and then this other guy, I don't know his last name, was like Scott. But other than that, he had a really good game. Really tough shots that he made. Couple of step backs, really tough shots. He barely touched rim yesterday. Another person, Alperen Sengun, he had a dominant game on Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley had a decent game too. The thing that scares me about him is his frame, bro. He has to get bigger. It was hard for him to back down Josh Christopher once. I'm like, come on now, you're 7'1", bro. He has to get bigger. But the footwork looked decent. Shot blocking, being able to switch out on guards. He had a really good game yesterday. But Alperen Sengun, he kind of dominated. He had 18 and 15. He dominated on both sides of the ball. To me, I think he had 4 blocks. Footwork, crazy. It's crazy. Footwork is crazy. Josh Christopher had a decent game. He did what you kind of thought he was going to do. A lot of tough shots, bad shots, but some of them went in because he's a shot maker. Lamar Stevens, really good game. Isaac Okoro, really good game. That was probably the best game overall in Summer League so far. I feel like Scotty Barnes had the best performance out of anybody yesterday. He had a dominant game, had a couple, I think he had 2 threes. Shot looked really good. It looked really good. It doesn't look like, no offense to Giannis, you look at Giannis, his shot just looks bad, but it goes in some of the time. Scotty Barnes' shot form, it looks pretty good, bro. It looks like you just keep getting some repetition in the shot. It's going to be falling a lot more, but he had 18, 9, and like 6. He had a really good game all around. Defensive game, playing guards and stuff. He got into Emmanuel Quickley's head a couple of times. So, Summer League was fun. Oh, and then, which I really wanted to hear, LiAngelo Ball, really good game. 16 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. And he's off the fly. I just remember these. He had a really good game, bro. He had a really good game. They released Caleb Martin, and I said, bro, if y'all don't think LiAngelo Ball is gonna get that last spot, y'all tripping. Even if he would have to play so terrible for him not to get that spot, he would. They even said in practice, him and James Bouknight were killing. They were killing. So he's gonna get that spot. The one thing I want to see him do is dribble. Like he was scared to dribble yesterday. He dribbled a couple times, but like he was scared to dribble. Like that one where he had that little touch pass, he didn't mean to do that shit. But as soon as he got the ball, he hustled, got the ball, and he just passed it to a motherfucker that was already running down the court. bro, you got to dribble. Dribble. It looked like he was so scared to dribble. But shot, you already. If you watched Emmett Hills, you knew he was the best scorer, the best shooter out of all three. Shot didn't surprise me at all. 5 threes. He even had that N1 3 that was pretty tough. Shot fluid as ever. Hopefully, I hope he gets this spot. I really do, bro. I really do. I hope they develop him well, too, because he didn't look slow. He kind of looked off on offense, but he didn't have a bad game of offense. And Antonio Blankley was killing them. He wasn't killing him specifically. He was killing them. He had 20 points in a row. He was just killing them. But other than that, man, fun summer league so far. We got a couple games today. Defending champions play today. I want to see that because I don't know if y'all know. Some of y'all don't follow me. Some of y'all probably don't follow me on Twitter. Jordan Norwell on the Bucks. He is a bucket. He's going to be nice for them next year. He had a little bit of time this year to play with them. Played mostly in the G League, but he is going to be a bucket for them next year. All right, so to get into this top 10 powers forward list, starting off at the bottom, this also, it wasn't deep. Like, I feel like the top 10 are the consensus top 10. But, like, let me name the honorable mention. Honorable mention, Jaren Jackson Jr. I feel like if he would have played more games, he probably would have been top 10. And Aaron Gordon, I just like what Aaron Gordon did defensively, especially next to Jokic this year. I feel like he had a really decent year. But yeah, at number 10, Jeremy Grant. I'm really happy for Jeremy Grant. He bet on himself, man. When he signed that $20 million deal to the Pistons, when the Nuggets were offering him the same deal, I was kind of off by that. I was like, I don't know if he has enough to be a number one option. We've seen it every year that his scoring and his ball handling and his shot just got better every single year. But I felt like him as the number one option, I'm like, I don't know if that's going to be good for him. But he came out, balled out this season. 22 points, 4 rebounds, 4.6 rebounds, 3 assists, 42 from the field, 35 from the 3, 84 from the line. This shooting splits kind of looked bad, but he was literally the only scoring option on that team, bro. And he had a really good year, man. Mr. Gold Medal himself stepped up as the number one option. I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he got that nod to go to Tokyo, play for the Olympics team. Even though he didn't really play, I'm happy he got that nod. Defense was still really good, really versatile on defense. Can guard 1 through 4. One thing I want to see from him, playmaking a little bit better. But I feel like when the players around you get a little bit better, as they do look good around him this year, his playmaking gonna get a little bit better. I think the Pistons got a lot. They got a lot brewing over there. Sadiq Bey to me is one of the most underrated players in the league already. I don't think he gets talked about enough as far as top players in that last class. He doesn't get talked about enough. And then you got Killian. Sekou actually looked really decent yesterday. I forgot to talk about him. I forgot to talk about the Pistons in general. They came out swaggy as hell, but then after that, it just kind of cooled down. But I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, Sekou, you had a really good game. You had a really good game yesterday. Played really good defense. That's going to keep him on the court when it comes up to the regular season. But yeah, shout out to Jeremy Grant. Bet on himself. Now he's definitely worth that $20 million, and he's only 26, so he's going to get another contract where it's another $20 million. So shout out to him. PG County's on. Tobias Harris, number 9. Tobias had a really good regular season, close to All-Star, really close. All-Star was just so deep. A lot of players deserve to be an All-Star this season, but he had a really good season, bro. Really good season. That game winner against the Lakers, that's the one that stands out to me, man. He had that ball in the post. I think he dominated that fourth quarter. He had a really, really good game that game. He had a really good season on 19.5 points, 6.8 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 51 from the field, 39 from the 3, and 89 from the free throw line. Really, really efficient player. Really, really efficient player. A mid-range killer. He is a mid-range killer, though. He had a really good season, bro. It went kind of under the radar because, again, in the playoffs, he kind of fizzled out. He had a really good first series against the Wizards. But in the Hawks, it just looked like Embiid was just fighting by himself. He had one good game. I want to say that was game 6 or 5. He had a good game. But other than that, he had a kind of off playoffs, but a really, really versatile player. Really versatile in defense. He can also guard 1 through 4 efficiently. And I just want him to get more consistent in the playoffs because I feel like he has the tools to be a number 2 option in the league. I think we say the same thing we say to him what we said about Chris Middleton. Can Chris Middleton be the number 2 next to Giannis? I think Tobias, and you've seen it in the playoffs. It played out. He's the champion now. He was one of the most clutchest players in playoffs ever. So I think Tobias Harris can do the same thing. I really think so. I just think he got to get more efficient. Confidence build too. The whole team just got to deal with confidence. Other than Embiid, the whole team got to get some confidence. Number 8. Shout out to him because he has the least number. Well, Draymond does, but this is not Draymond. But he has the second least numbers on this list. John Collins, bro. John Collins took a big leap to me, especially when it comes to the playoffs. Last year he had a better scoring year, a better year last year as far as the regular season. And that's because they didn't have that much pieces. It was just him and Trae Young. But this year, his stats went down, but that playoffs that he had, it brought him up a lot. But in the regular season, he averaged 17.6 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 56 from the field, 40 from the 3, 83 from the line. He had a really good season in the regular season. But in the playoffs, bro, I didn't get his numbers, which I should have got if I was gonna be my main argument. But he had a really good playoff run. I want to say he averaged like 19 points this whole playoffs. Stepped up on defense tremendously. That's the one thing that we've been saying about John Collins for a minute. The reason why they went to go get Clint Capella is because they didn't feel comfortable playing John Collins in the final minutes at the 5. I think they feel comfortable now, bro. John Collins had a really good playoff series. Really good. Yeah, really good minutes on Embiid and Giannis, bro. Really good minutes on them. And I think he just raised his stock. You seen he got his money, 5 years to $120 million. So he got his money, betting himself, declined that deal that they gave him early in the season. I think it was like 80 for 5 years. He declined that, or 4 years, 80 for 4 years. He declined that, got his 120. So shout out to him, bro. Shout out to him. Defense got extremely better, extremely better. He was kind of the motor for this team though. Like, you looked at him, he was always talking to the Bucks. And he started to piss me off, bro. He hit that corner 3 on the Bucks and then looked at their bench. It was like the first quarter. I'm like, bro, I hate when people do that in the first quarter, bro. But, like, he was kind of the motor for this team, kind of the trash talker for this team. And I like what he did this season, bro. He had a really, really good, underrated season, bro. Next, this is number 7. Pascal. Speaking of underrated season, Pascal, to me, had one of the most underrated seasons this year. Like, when it came to the bubble, Pascal had a terrible bubble, and then people just read him off after that. They was like, nah, he's not that guy. He had a really good regular season last year, but after that bubble performance, he just had a terrible bubble, which a lot of people had. And they just read him off this season. I don't think people realize how good Pascal was this season. People will probably argue that Fred VanVleet was better this season. No, Pascal was the best player in the Raptors this season. He averaged 21 points, 7 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 44 from the field, 30 from the 3, 82 from the line. The thing that I love this season, watching Pascal, because I watched the Raptors a decent amount, especially when they played my Cavs. I kind of tuned into them a lot after that, especially after they blew us out, bro. When Gary Trent, I think he had 50 or 40. After that, bro, I watched him literally the rest of the season. Because they're a fun team to watch, I ain't going to lie. But Pascal, the one thing that I think that he got extremely better, his playmaking, bro. His playmaking got extremely better. It was games that he was having. He had not 5x5. I don't know what it's called when you have double amount in points and then you have like 5-5 as far as assists and rebounders. But he had a couple double digit assist games this season, and his playmaking got extremely better. 4.5 assists throughout the season is really good for him. That's something that I realized that he really got real better at that. The one thing that he needs to get back to is his 3-point shooting. He shot 30% from 3 this year. But I'm not worried about that. And as you just seen, like literally probably an hour ago, the Sacramento Kings won him. The Warriors won him, which would be nasty. I don't think they said the 76ers. It was one other team that won. But yeah, he's a high commodity in trade rumors. I think them drafting Scotty Barnes makes him kind of expendable, and I feel like he can be that piece that can make a team. Like if he goes to the Warriors, bro, I would trade James Wiseman and probably one of those picks that they just drafted for him, because I feel like he fits perfectly with them. He's already a winning player right now, so you don't gotta groom him into a winning player, and I feel like that would just fit perfectly for that team. But I feel like he had a really underrated season this season. He's still an all-star type player. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes the all-star team next year. And don't write off the Toronto Raptors. When I'm seeing like people's power rankings for next year, the Toronto Raptors still have a really, really good team. And you still have Nick Nurse. I said this in plenty of videos back in the day. I will never count on Nick Nurse again. After what was it? I don't think it was this season. It was last season. Everybody was like, yeah, they don't have Kawhi. They're going to go back to like AFC. Probably not even make the playoffs. They were a 3 seed last season. If I'm not mistaken. They were a top seed last season. I will never write off Nick Nurse again. And they still have good pieces. You just added Scotty Barnes, and then you got Fred VanVleet. Gary Trent just got signed. Pascal, like I just said, Kim Burch is a really good, decent player. I feel like this team still can they can definitely make a play in. Fully healthy, they would definitely make the play in, to me. 2 all-star type players, definitely make the play in. Damn, I don't know what I need something to drink. Yeah. Pascal at number 7, right? Yup, number 7. Alright, now we get into the nitty-gritty. Now this one is kind of interchangeable. It's kind of interchangeable. These next two are kind of interchangeable. But I'm going to have to go at 6, Domantas Sabonis. Domantas had a really decent season too. A really underrated player. I don't know why he's so underrated. I just don't think he gets talked about enough. He averaged 20 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists is crazy. 53 from the field, 32 from the 3, 73 from the line. His playmaking is super underrated. 7 assists, bro. It's Jokic, Draymond, and him as far as big man playmakers. He's still super dominant in the post. 20 points, super dominant in the post. He kind of added the 3-ball this year. 32% for him is not that bad. He needs to get a little bit better, but it's not that bad. I wouldn't mind seeing him on a new team. I think the Pacers need to just blow it up. I think they need to blow it up. They got so many good players that they can just get so many pieces for these good players. I think they need to blow it up. But his playmaking this season was on full display. Like I just said, 7 assists again. And he, like Jokic did probably last year or 2 years ago, has gotten extremely better on defense where you don't mind leaving him in as the 5. And they did that plenty of time. Not by choice, but Miles Turner was out a long time for the season. And he played the 5 most of that time. And he did really good, bro. His defense is not that bad as it used to be. So shout out to Domantas. Got to get that 3-point shot down a little bit better. 35% for him would be like the goal. And then I feel like he'll be really good, bro. Definitely top 40, top 30 player in the league. Really good, bro. Really, I didn't see this. When he went to OKC, he was decent at OKC. And in his first year, he didn't start when he was on the Pacers. And in that second year, bro, he just took off. He took off. As soon as they got rid of Bogdanovich, he took off, bro. And it sucks, bro, because VO got hurt. They had 2 really, really good all-stars, bro. They was close, bro. They was close to actually, like, really winning. They was close, bro. They was close. But, yeah, shout out to Domantas. And like I said, bro, this is really interchangeable. Number 5 to me is Draymond Green. I just feel like, bro, his impact is second to none, bro. His impact is crazy, bro. 7 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, 44 from the field, 27 from the 3, and 79 from the line. His impact is just... It's crazy, bro. He had a super impactful year. This was kind of a bounce back year for Draymond, bro. The year before that, he was hurt most of the season, and he just had a bad season. And it kind of looked over. It didn't look over for him. I didn't think it was over for him, but a lot of people wrote him off, bro. You even see on 2K. I know that's like a bad comparison, but on 2K, he was like a 77 overall, bro. I still knew Draymond had time left, bro. I still did. It's hard. It was hard for him to do anything, and it sucks to say this. It was hard for him to do anything without shooters. That Golden State team didn't have that much shooters. Now he had the best shooter of all time with him, and look what he did, bro. He had a really good season. Honestly, this is crazy for Draymond, and he tapped right back into that top 3 defender in the league list. I think he finished 3rd in the Defensive Player of the Year rankings, and he showed that he didn't really lose a step on defense. Didn't really lose a step at all. So shout out to Draymond. I feel like the Warriors are back. If Clay is not 100%, but at least like 70% of himself, I feel like the Warriors are still a dangerous team. They're a deep team too. A player that I'm really thinking that's going to take off for them next year, Jordan Poole, bro. Jordan Poole is just like Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Poole going to be really, really huge for them next year. I really think they're going to make a decent playoff run next year. If not, go to the finals. Because you can never write off the Warriors. You just can't. Number 4, Julius Randle. Julius Randle had a really, really good season. Was the main reason why the Knicks made the playoffs. The Knicks had a really deep, good defensive team. So I'm not gonna be like one of those players one of those people that should say that he should have been in like the MVP rankings or anything. Because I felt like they had a really good team. That's why they made the playoffs. But he was the main piece of that team. He averaged 24 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 46 from the field, 41 from the three, 81 from the line. He had a really good season. Bro, Julius Randle was one of those players like Andre Drummond. No offense to Andre Drummond. But he could have like 30 points and it wouldn't be impactful to the game at all. Well, he added a lot to his game this season. Playmaking, like I said, 6 assists for him was really good for him. And his shooting got extremely better. 41 from the three is crazy for him. And he was getting a lot of step backs this season. I really want to talk to him because I need to know what the hell did he do? What did he do from last season to this season? Because he had to do something. His jump shot didn't look different at all, except the footwork of it. Like his feet, like he was jumping more into the jump shot this season. But other than that, what did he do? Because he had a really good season, bro. You look at all his stats. Last year he averaged 19. This year 24 points. I don't know rebounding assists. I'm not even gonna try to name that, but I know he shot terribly last year. That's why he won a Most Improved Player this year, All-Star this year, bro. He had a really, really good season. The Knicks were a 4 seed, bro, and he was the best player on that team. So I had to give him some love. His defense even got extremely better. He even got better. Passing got better. Everything I was saying about him is it got better. That's the reason why he won Most Improved Player, bro. And he had a really, really, really good season. I'm hoping he can build on to this. And if he can, the Knicks they're gonna find a way to go get another star to put right next to him, and they're gonna be back. The Knicks are already back, bro. Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker was big for them. And then you got Miles McBride, if I'm not mistaken. He had a really good game yesterday, and Obi Toppin looked dominant yesterday. I think he shot like 8 threes though. He was jacking them motherfuckers. But he had like 21 and 10, if I'm not mistaken. Emmanuel Quickley had a terrible game yesterday. He had a terrible game yesterday. But other than that, bro, I think they lost though. They lost to the Raptors. But other than that, bro, shout out to Julius Randle, Most Improved Player. Next, Mr. Zion Williamson. This is crazy to say. Zion's 21, already a top 3 at this position, bro. He just dominated. He just dominated, bro. It was wild, bro. He just dominated. 27 points, 7 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 61 from the field. 61 is so fucking crazy. 61 from the field, 29 from 3, 69 from the line. He just dominated all season, bro. And they put him in that point forward role where he had the ball in his hands literally most of the time. And he dominated in that too. His playmaking showed off a little bit. His passing showed off a little bit. He got quicker and faster on his feet on defense to where he wasn't just getting destroyed by guards this season. But he dominated, bro. That's all I can really say, bro. He just dominated all season. And I can't wait till they put a better team around him and Brandon Ingram so they can just make the playoffs, bro. I can't wait, bro. That's all I really got to say about Zion, bro. He had a really, really good season. Really, really. I think he was second team All-NBA, right? And his second year. That's wild. that's throwing some Luka stuff. That is wild, bro. It's crazy. Number 2. I'm not going to be like one of those people that's writing off Anthony Davis because he had a hurt year. Anthony Davis is still top 2 at his position. Still maybe top 10 in the league. Definitely top 12. But yeah, Anthony Davis at number 2. 21 points, 7 rebounds, 31 from the field, 49 from the 3.1 assists, 49 from the field, 26 from the 3, and 73 from the line. The shooting splits look terrible, but like I said, bro, he was hurt all year. I literally don't remember any Anthony Davis moments from the season, and I'm a Lakers fan. I don't remember nothing. I don't, bro. I don't remember he dunked on somebody hit a game with. I don't remember anything, bro. He was hurt all year long, bro. All year long. Came back in the playoffs. Got hurt again. So, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely top 2 in this position. Still one of the best defenders in the league. A 3-level scorer. And I can't wait for next season for my Lakers, bro. I can't wait, bro. We're going to be playing some fun basketball. And Anthony Davis, this is the thing I need him to do. LeBron is 36. Westbrook is 33. Carmelo is 37. You are 28. You are our best player next year. None of that. I don't want to. It would be cool to see LeBron in the MVP rankings, but no. Anthony Davis, you are the best player on the Lakers. You should be the most impactful player on the Lakers. We ride with you. I'm not going to say carry, but we're on your back, bro. He has to show out next season. He has to, bro. He has to. Healthy. If he's healthy. If he's not healthy, I'm not going to put it against him. Even though I'll be pissed that 2 years in a row you just can't stay healthy. But if you're healthy, you have to be our best player. You have to. Have to. You have to be dominant. Last, NBA champion. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Not too much to say. 28 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 56 from the three. From the field. If he was shooting 56 from the three, bro, best of all time. The best of all time. First of all, I think that's the best percentage of all time. But yeah, best of all time. But yeah, 30 from the three and then 69 from the free throw line. He had a really, really, really good season. But that don't matter. That playoff run dominated as ever. He averaged 30 and 15 the whole playoffs, bro. Shout out to him, bro. Hey, he added a lot to his game, bro. That mid-range, like I said, bro, I don't care if he's shooting 30% from three for the rest of his career. If that mid-range is real, what he was doing in the finals and in the whole playoffs, that is scary, bro. Because you're going to have to double off that mid-range shot. Because he was hitting them. In the last game, he hit like 6 mid-ranges. So, if that mid-range from him is real, which is something that... Who's the dude on Twitter? I think his name like Ball Don't Stop, something like that. No offense to Indian dude, if he's not Indian, I'm sorry. But he's been saying that. He said that like 2 years ago or last year. He said if Giannis has that post game, he was like Giannis needs to watch Kevin Garnett highlights. He was like if he shoots bad from three all his career, it doesn't matter. If he adds that post game to his shot, it's gonna be hard to guard him. And he was right, bro. He was right, cause that post game that Giannis averaged, that turnaround fade that he had. That's a tough shot to guard on him and for the rest of the team, because you're gonna have to double that. If that's consistent, you're gonna have to double that. And if it's also consistent, you're not gonna be able to block that. He's shooting right over you, and it looks smooth, bro. He even did one move where he did like a Euro step on the free throw line and just fade away over Jake Crowder's head. I never seen that in my life. That was so smooth, bro. Devin Booker was right here. He had the ball. He said 1, 2, boom, right over both of them. That was crazy. But yeah, shout out to Giannis, bro. NBA champion, bro. I'm happy for him, bro. Extremely happy for him. Hopefully they can build on to this. They had a really good offseason if you think about it. They got Rodney Hood. Got George Hill back. Just got Grayson Allen. A huge pickup. Like I just said, Jordan Norwell is going to be a bucket for them this season. And they still had the same team that they had last year. They got the Olympians and Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to be coming back. They're going to be a really fun, deep team, bro. So, the Bucks is not a team that y'all just going to sleep on just because, the Nets got hurt. Now the Heat got Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry. Nah, the Bucks they're still that team, bro. Especially if Giannis gets better, if the nigga evolves like a Pokemon, yeah, it's gonna be bad news, bro. It's gonna be bad news. They might have a dynasty because that team deep is I don't know what. I wish they would have got PJ Tucker back. I ain't even named Bobby Portis. That team is deep as I don't know what. But yeah, that's it for this list, man. I think the last episode of this comes out on Thursday. But other than that, man, that's it for this episode. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.